What is good, chat, man? Today we have a W video. Today we're going to be reacting to, I think it's called The Sad and Delusional Story of Tyray. I don't know who this is. I've never seen the TV show. I don't know if this even is a TV show. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen anything of it, but I pressed the video and I watched like the first minute of it and I'm like, bro, I gotta react to this. So, without further ado, man, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We just hit 50K lifetime views. That's a W, bro. I'm trying to be monetized by the end of the year. So, you know what I'm saying? We finna keep dropping these daily videos. And, yeah, bro. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let's get straight into it.
Is always asking for more.
From a virgin sending thousands to a fake girlfriend.
I send between $50 to $100 a month.
He said, "Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, my beautiful queen. I just sent you a request on PayPal, so am I going to get the money?" He said, "I'm kind of broke right now." She said, "You said next week."
You know, she doesn't really question the amount I give her, but she just like is always asking for more.
To getting ghosted on his very first date.
I just hope she turns up soon.
This is the story of a man who refused to see the truth, even when it was staring him in the face. 33-year-old Tyray from Modesto, California, thought he had found his soulmate. For 4 long years, he believed he was in love with a goddess-like woman from Barbados named Carmelia.
Chat, no woman is a goddess. Don't ever put a woman on the pedestal like that. There's no woman that's a goddess.
What he didn't know was he
Don't call her queen. Don't call her none of that shit, bro.
Was living in a fantasy world that would soon come crashing down around him. This is the tragic...
Alright, if she checks all the boxes and stuff like that, you can call her your queen. Nah, hell nah. That shit don't even sound right, me saying it. But, yeah, there's nothing wrong with, you know, if you have a good wife who, you know, does everything that she needs to do as a... Hold on, chat. Goddamn.
Tale.
But yeah, there's nothing wrong with I don't even remember what I was saying. Come on. I was trying to get that clip, but
Of delusion, heartbreak, and a man who couldn't let go of a lie. Tyray's story starts like many modern love stories. Online, fans instantly fell in love with his personality.
I get along with everyone. I like meeting new people. I'm pretty outgoing and I'll talk a lot.
Tyray struggled.
My nigga, you need to outgo to a fucking gym, my nigga. You need to outgo to a gym. And you know, when I see people like this, they aren't necessarily... He just got to get his aura up, bro. Like, you got to hit the gym. You have to. And then, I'm saying, he's trying to cut these fucking lemons and limes like we believe that's what you're really eating. We know you're not eating that. I'm saying, who are you fooling? For real. And take this earring out. You need to hit the gym. And you need some more aura. You need some bass to your voice.
With his weight since he was young, and this made him very insecure about himself. He used online dating apps to talk to people because he was too...
When you're insecure about yourself, all that means is that you need to change something in your life. Same thing with depression. If it's not something crazy like one of your family members died or something like that, I'm saying it's always someone who has something worse going on than you. So you being insecure about, I'm saying, whatever it is, it's because it's saying that you need to change. That's what your body is telling you. Like the human body is meant to heal itself. It's meant to let us know what's wrong with ourselves. So you need to listen to your mind and listen to your body. What your body is saying. You know what I'm saying? You need to lose the weight, my guy. You need to lose it.
Too scared to meet anyone in person.
I feel insecure sometimes too because of my weight. It's always been a struggle. I've always been a big guy. I would say I got big like maybe when I was like 8, 9, 10. We had moved. I didn't have a lot of friends there.
A 33-year-old man who was so worried about how he looked that he only felt safe talking to people through a screen. Tyray didn't have a regular job.
See, that's why I ain't gonna cap. That's why these days with technology and social media, like, it's not that. It's good because, you know, we've came a long way as far as technology, but there are cons to it. And one of the cons is that people like him, they can hide and they can do this for so long. See, back in the day, you literally had to get out there if you wanted to survive. If you wanted to, and when I say survive, I mean have a wife and have kids, I'm saying, and create a legacy. But nowadays, you can hide behind a screen, put up a fake picture, change it with AI, and my nigga, you can talk to anybody you want. You can be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Job because
This is why he's so okay with being big. But if you were forced to go outside and forced to talk to women and forced to do everything, I bet money that you wouldn't be this big.
he decided to become a full-time caretaker for his sick mother. He had been living with her for the past year after he found out she had a brain tumor.
I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. And I was very afraid that I was going to lose my mom.
So your mom is sick and she's in shape and she's working out. My nigga, I ain't gonna say you're healthy, but you don't got a brain tumor. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you get on the treadmill every day, bro? Why can't you get on the treadmill every day? I don't get that.
Keep going. I'm not ready to get back in those hills. Just start walking.
This sounds sweet, but it also meant he was basically living in a bubble. He had no social life, no work friends, and no real-world dating experience. Then came Carmelia. Through Snapchat, Tyray met what he thought was his perfect match. Carmelia appeared to be a stunning woman from Barbados, whom he compared to a cross between Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
But honestly,
To a cross between Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't mind because I do have Carmella.
My nigga. Okay.
My girlfriend's name is Carmella, and she's 27 years old, and she lives in Barbados.
She was everything he thought
This shit gotta go, bro. These lashes, this shit gotta go. I ain't gonna count.
he wanted.
Bitch look like she just woke up. Why her hair look like that?
Beautiful, thick, and seemingly interested in him. For 4 years, Tyray poured his heart, soul, and wallet into this relationship. He sent Carmelia money, gifts, and even intimate photos of himself.
Have, naughty Snapchat sessions. We do send, sexy pictures and video,
What's that?
Nigga, are we serious?
No.
She's sending that shit to her group chat and flaming you, my nigga.
The booty.
He shared his deepest feelings and built elaborate plans for their future together. In his mind, they were soulmates, destined to be together.
So I want to propose because after 4 years of dating, I feel like Carmella's the one for me. Even though we didn't meet yet, the emotion is there with us, and it's like, I don't want to let something like that go.
But there were warning signs everywhere that Tyray chose to ignore. Carmelia never wanted to video chat. She always had an excuse for why she couldn't talk face to face.
She's never video chatted me.
Do you ever ask her to video chat you?
No.
How dumb could you really be? I'm gonna let it play though. I'm not gonna keep pausing, bro.
I did once, but she didn't say anything, so I didn't really, I took it as a no.
When Tyray suggested meeting in person, she would dodge and delay. Tyray thought Carmelia was just shy and didn't find it suspicious that she avoided video calls. The delusion was already taking root, but the fantasy was about to meet its first real test. After 4 years of online romance, Tyray finally decided to take the leap. He applied to be on Before the 90 Days Season 6, ready to travel to Barbados to meet his beloved Carmela and propose marriage. This is where reality began to intrude on his fantasy. When the show's producers tried to set up interviews and video calls with Carmela, something strange happened. A producer named Amelia discovered the catfishing after she tried to set up a video chat with Carmela, but the fake account avoided answering calls and video chats. The producers started digging deeper, and what they found would shatter Tyray's world. In episode 1 of the season, the producers sat Tyray down for
My bad, chat.
a conversation that would change everything. They had discovered the truth about Carmela, that she didn't even exist. The woman he had been talking to for 4 years was actually a man named Christian from
Well, duh. Did anybody think she was real?
Barbados.
But after you gave us Carmela's number, we reached out, and it took a while, but eventually we made contact. We talked to them for a bit, and the person admitted that they're not who they've been telling you that they are.
But even when faced with this devastating revelation, Tyray's delusion ran so deep that he couldn't accept it. The truth was out, but Tyray's denial was just getting started. Instead of accepting the truth, Tyray's mind went into overdrive, creating elaborate explanations for why this couldn't be real.
I usually don't put my guard down when it comes to like stuff like that. And then like, I really put it down for her or whoever it is. Because the way we chatted, it was like, it was pretty deep. So I don't know. I still feel that connection. Like, I still have like a glimmer of hope that maybe it was just someone else who had her phone or something.
Bruh, come on, bruh.
Maybe she was hacked, I don't know.
Tyray told the cameras that there was someone behind these messages that he had a deep connection with, and he thought it could be a big misunderstanding because of how deep the connection was. He didn't know where to go from there. He admitted to having spent money on her every month during the course of their online romance. We're talking about thousands of dollars sent to someone who wouldn't even show their face on camera.
I send between $50 to $100 a month.
Said, good morning, baby. Wait, good morning, my beautiful queen. Just sent you a request on bruh.
You know, she doesn't really question the amount I give her, but she just like...
From a virgin sending...
Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
always asking for more.
This level of denial was heartbreaking to watch. Here was a man so desperate for love, so invested in his fantasy, that he couldn't accept the mountain of evidence proving he'd been deceived. But the scammer's own words would soon make the truth impossible to ignore. The producers had obtained a message from Christian that laid out exactly what had happened. The confession was brutal in its honesty. Christian's message explained that he couldn't video call because he wasn't the girl in the photos. He knew it was messed up that he hadn't been honest with Tyray. He had been lying to him for almost 5 years.
So is this illegal? That's my question.
At first, it was about the money, since most of them were so poor. But over time, he began to like him. He felt guilty.
What?
Torn between his love for him and the need for money. Despite the feelings, he couldn't be with him. Even after reading this clear admission of deception, Tyray's delusion persisted. For Tyray, the financial admission wasn't enough to sway him. He said the catfish was saying the right things to make him remain in love with the online stranger. Tyray, who had never opened up about his feelings to his family before, finally decided to share his heavy heart with his siblings.
Bro, that's your fault, bro.
But we worry about him because he holds everything in. It's like he never lets anybody know what's going on in his life at all. So him trying to open up is strange.
He not only shared about his relationship, but he also mentioned that he went to Barbados once to meet Carmela and stayed at a resort. He flew halfway around the world, booked a resort, and waited for someone who never showed up.
Carmela and I were dating for 3 years before I decided to go to Barbados. Like, I was super excited to see her. You know,
Dating for 3 years and never hearing the person's voice, never seeing how they look.
was going to finally meet her, the love of my life.
Most people would have realized something was wrong at this point, but not Tyray. When Carmelia made excuses about why she couldn't meet him, he believed every word. He was ready to fly back to Barbados again when he applied for the show. The man was about to waste even more money on this fake relationship. Tyray told his sister he was even more confused now. The message was saying two things: that Christian couldn't be with him, but at the same time that he loved him. Tyray didn't know what to think. He believed there had to be some truth to something in there. His sister sat with him through this difficult moment, encouraging him to chalk this relationship up to an unfortunate failure and move on. But Tyray was still holding on to hope. The delusion was so strong that even a direct confession couldn't break it. But the real humiliation was yet to come. The producers arranged for Tyray to hear an audio recording from Christian during the tell-all episode. This would be the most devastating moment of his entire journey. In the audio clip, Christian explained that it all started maybe 4 or 5 years ago and that the Carmelia account was one he had made with a friend. They wrote to multiple Americans, and he just looked for a guy who might send money.
Well, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, the account was account I made with a friend, and we due to multiple Americans.
When asked how much money Tyray gave Christian, the catfish estimated he netted $2,000 to $3,000. Christian admitted it was only for money for him. Stating clearly that he always had no feelings for Tyray, Christian then described a time when Carmelia agreed to meet up in person. He didn't want to get it that far, but he said to come because he needed clothes and also a cellular phone.
I didn't want it to get that far, but I did say to come because I needed clothes and also cellular phone. So I just told him to bring the clothing to his particular store, and he left the clothing there while I waited in the car.
In a sadistic move, Christian watched Tyray as he awaited Carmelia. When asked what he thought at the time, he called Tyray dumb and a stupid American. Tyray visibly squirmed at these cruel insults before acknowledging that the situation kind of sucked. He said it really made him angry and he just wanted to mess Christian up.
I don't know, it just really pisses me off, honestly. Like, I just want to them up, but sorry. But I don't know, like...
The other cast members rallied around Tyray, expressing their outrage at Christian's cruelty. But the damage was done. The man Tyray had loved for 4 years had just called him stupid and admitted he never cared about him at all.
You're honestly a scummy person. You're a scammer. And yeah, I think anything that happens to you in life that is...
Why?
Bad, you probably deserve and should consider that.
With his fantasy finally shattered, Tyray would embark on a journey.
Bruh, I get it. Like, I get it. He scammed him, you know, he's a messed up individual. But are we gonna ignore the...
Need to find the real...
Are we gonna ignore the bigger picture here? The bigger picture is that, my nigga, you have some deep problems inside of you. You're insecure about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking care of your hair. Bro, my dog is barking, chat. But, yeah, you're not taking care of your hair. You know what I'm saying? I think you shouldn't be doing this. I would never send money to a female. I've never heard her voice. I've never seen her. I've never... Like, come on, bro. I've never touched... Like, come on, bro. It's your fault, my nigga.
Carmelia. But even this would lead to more delusion. Before the 90 days gave Tyray a chance to opt out of filming the moment producers uncovered that Carmelia was actually a man named Christian. But he proceeded to film because he believed there was another possible explanation for it all, and that Carmelia was still real. Think about that for a second. The producers told him he was being catfished, gave him proof, and offered to let him leave the show with his dignity intact. But Tyray chose to keep filming because he
this nigga dignity been gone. Your dignity been gone, buddy.
Thought maybe, just maybe, there was another explanation.
There is someone behind these messages that I have a deep connection with. And I do think that it could be a big misunderstanding just because how deep the connection was. But I don't know where to go from here.
He started doing his own detective work, reverse image searching the photos Christian had been using. When some of the images didn't appear anywhere else on the internet, Tyray saw this as proof that maybe Carmelia was real. Tyray reasoned that maybe what the producer was told wasn't true. Maybe his girlfriend found out about them and wanted to end their relationship.
Maybe Carmela is real, and maybe, what the producer was told wasn't true. Maybe her boyfriend found out about us talking and they wanted to end our relationship. Who knows?
While Tyray is still refusing to believe that Carmela is...
Are we serious? Like, bro, this is sad, bro. This is sad. This nigga is coming up with every excuse possible. Like, bro, it's fake. It was a guy.
Isn't real. He found out through his sister Ashanti and even a private investigator that Carmela is an adult content creator, escort, and cam girl whose pictures and videos were used to scam Tyray. A private investigator. His own sister, multiple people had to convince him that this relationship was fake, and he still wasn't completely convinced. After learning that Christian had been using stolen photos and videos, Tyray became obsessed with finding the real woman whose pictures had been used to catfish him. This is where his story gets even more delusional. Instead of accepting that the whole thing was fake and moving on, Tyray thought he could somehow track down the real Carmela and start a relationship with her. He didn't understand that just because someone's photos were used doesn't mean that person knows him or wants anything to do with him. His sister and the private investigator had to explain to him that the real woman in the photos was an adult content creator who had no idea her pictures were being used to scam people. But Tyray still held on to hope that maybe, somehow, he could connect with her. This shows how deep his delusion really was. Even after learning the truth, he couldn't let go of the fantasy. He was still looking for any way to make his fake relationship real. Tyray traveled to Denver to meet sweet Carmela.
His sister look alright though, I ain't gonna cap. His sister can get it. Bro. Anybody know her name? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. I'm joking. I'm 100% joking.
Yeah, both to see if they had any chemistry and to find out whether she was conspiring with Christian to catfish him. The real Carmela wasn't involved in the catfish scheme, but Tyray found her to be really nice and really cool. They had really good conversations. However, the message was awkward given the circumstances.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
Wait, that's her?
Oh, I'm Tyray. Nice to meet you.
Tyray used their meeting as an opportunity to close the Carmela chapter and get the closure he needed. They never spoke again after that first meeting.
Well, I'm a hugger. So.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming.
Even in this moment of supposed closure, Tyray's tendency toward fantasy was evident. He was chasing after a woman whose photos had been used to deceive him.
Come on, bro. That's why I said no aura. Why are you smiling like that?
Hoping to find some kind of real connection. The show decided to give Tyray another chance at love, but his delusions would follow him there too. And before the 90 Days disaster, Tyray wanted to move forward and began working toward finding his first real connection after Carmela. The show gave him another chance on the single life, where he tried to date real women for the first time.
After being catfished by Carmela, who I met online, I've decided the best way to move forward is to meet someone in person.
Tyray took a trip to New Orleans to explore his newfound confidence and to go out on his first few real-life dates. This was supposed to be Tyray's redemption arc. After years of living in a fantasy, he would finally experience real dating with real women. The show positioned this as his opportunity to break free from his delusions and find genuine love. But even on the single life, Tyray's inexperience showed. His dating skills were practically non-existent. Remember, this was a 33-year-old man who had never had a real relationship before, and reality proved harsh once again. Tyray was ghosted by Tiffany on his first date ever. A woman named Teresa rejected his offer to date. The woman named Reina was not ready to have a long-distance relationship.
It's been a few weeks since Tiffany never...
And they're all chopped. Like, bruh, like... Come on, bro.
Showed up to which would have been my first date. And I've been feeling, a little off. I had been stood up before when I went to Barbados and Carmela never showed up. So it does bring back those memories of that. I am 0-2.
Each rejection must have...
My nigga, you keep calling her Carmela. My nigga, her name is Chris. His name is Chris. He's holding on to the delusion, my nigga. It's not Carmela, it's Christopher, my guy. That's not who you were talking to. And you keep referencing back. You know what I'm saying? She never showed up. My nigga, she doesn't exist. Like, are we missing that?
Stung, especially for someone who had spent 4 years believing he was in a loving relationship. But there was a glimmer of hope when he connected with Shannon. Later in the single life, Tyray met a woman named Shannon and
Do I gotta say it? Do I gotta say it?
they even kissed during the tell-all show. This was described as Tyray having a real-life girlfriend after getting his heart broken by the catfish. For viewers, this felt like a small victory. Finally, Tyray was connecting with a real person who was actually interested in him. His newfound confidence to date in real life and his willingness to put himself out there signaled a positive shift in his love life. But just when it seemed like Tyray might finally be moving forward, devastating news would crush his hopes once again. After 2 seasons on the 90-day franchise, Tyray thought he had found his place in the reality TV world. He had a story.
I promise you, if Christopher comes up again, I promise you I'm done, bro. I'm done with this video.
That resonated with viewers, and despite his struggles, he had gained a following of fans who rooted for his success. But the franchise had other plans. During a recent Q&A session on Instagram, a fan expressed a desire to watch him on TV and inquired about his potential return to the franchise. Tyray responded promptly, stating that he wasn't sure if he would be back or not, and that he thought they dumped him. With his comment, Tyray included a crying emoji, suggesting he was sad about the possibility of being let
That could be a laughing emoji, bro.
go by the franchise. After 2 seasons,
I use that as a laughing emoji.
With the franchise, Tyray may not have been invited to participate in future seasons due to a lack of fan engagement. His on-screen presence and love story may not have provided enough drama for producers to consider bringing him back for another season. The show often features cast members with dramatic stories and larger-than-life personalities who appeal to a wide audience. It's also possible that Tyray didn't fit the casting for any of the current spin-offs. Most 90-Day Fiancé spin-offs require cast members to have partners, and Tyray is currently...
I'm sorry, I've been thinking it this whole time I've been reacting to this. Who is this nigga's barber? Like, bro, you gotta get that shit fixed. I can promise you that's one of the reasons why you weren't getting the women you want to get. Because, bro, this is like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. My nigga got a whoop, zoom, boom, like...
single. This rejection from the franchise that had given him his moment in the spotlight must have been devastating. Once again, Tyray found himself alone and unwanted. Despite being potentially cut from the franchise, Tyray continues to cling to hope. With over 50,000 followers on Instagram and fans still waiting for his return, some believe Tyray may be unnecessarily worrying about his status with the franchise. This pattern of hope in the face of rejection...
Make your own reality TV show, bro. Get it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
has defined Tyray's entire journey. When Christian was clearly scamming him, he held on to hope that their connection was real. When the producers told him Carmelia didn't exist, he hoped it was all a misunderstanding. When he was ghosted and rejected by multiple women, he hoped the next one would be different.
I would love to be able to hold hands with someone, just to kind of get that touch, and I'm looking to have maybe my first kiss.
Tyray spoke to US Weekly recently to reveal what he learned from the catfish situation. He realized that he needed to think about the good things about it. The show helped Tyray come out of his shell. He started feeling better mentally and physically, as he wasn't shy anymore. Tyray said he was 100% open to trusting people again. He believed it was good just to be honest and kind of lay everything out, and that's what he was going to do from now on.
I'm extremely intimidated when I see someone who's in really good shape because I don't want them to get the impression that I'm just this, this lazy fat guy who just eats burgers all day.
Even after everything he'd been through, Tyray remained optimistic about love and relationships. This could be seen as admirable resilience, but it also highlighted his inability to learn from his experiences and adjust his expectations. One positive thing that came out of Tyray's reality TV experience was his decision to work on himself physically. Tyray shocked fans with his significant weight loss after his time on the show. This transformation was important because his weight had been a major source of insecurity for him. Remember, his weight issues were part of why he was
Come on, bro. Let's see the after, bro. Let's see the progress, man. I don't wanna...
scared to date in real life and stuck to online relationships. But his weight loss journey was just the beginning of a much bigger transformation story. By February 2024, Tyray realized that regular diet and exercise weren't enough. He revealed his plans to undergo gastric sleeve surgery.
Exercise and diets aren't enough? My nigga, yes it is. Literally, yes it is.
Explaining on The Sarah Fraser Show that he had contacted a company based in California but that does procedures in Mexico.
So actually, I did get in contact with the company based in California but does, procedures in Mexico. And they worked out a deal with me to get, a gastric sleeve done.
Think about that for a moment. Here's a guy who was so scared of meeting people in person that he spent 4 years talking to a fake girlfriend online. But when it came to his weight, he was willing to fly to another country for surgery. That shows how desperate he was to change his life. Tyray worked...
Bruh, no, bruh. That's not what that is, bruh. That's not what it is. He's afraid of hard work. He's not desperate because, nigga, if I'm desperate to change my situation, even if it's like physically or mentally or whatever, my nigga, I'm in that gym every day. I'm paying that gym membership and I'm in there every single day, bro. That's the problem. People don't want things hard. They don't have to work for anything, bro. He flew out to another country, you know what I'm saying, and got the weight cut off him. My nigga, he's not desperate. If you're really desperate, you're working hard every day. Come on, bro. It's not... I don't respect that.
Out a deal with the clinic to get a gastric sleeve operation done in April 2024. He had already put down a deposit for the procedure, even though he wasn't sure he'd go through with it. This uncertainty was typical Tyray. Even when making big life decisions, he was still unsure and hesitant. The fact that he was considering surgery in Mexico also shows how serious his weight problem had become. Tyray was going to undergo gastric bypass surgery in April in Mexico because he felt like he had no other options left. Whether or not...
Did you try the gym? Did you try the gym?
Tyray had surgery, one thing was clear. He was still losing weight and looking dramatically different. Now that Tyray is slowly shedding pounds, he's proudly facing the camera once more and posting frequently on social media. Tyray shows off his stylish clothes on Instagram while flashing his signature sweet smile to his...
So can I see the after? Like...
fans. This was a huge change from the shy, insecure man we first met on Before the 90 Days. The old Tyray would hide from cameras and was embarrassed about his appearance. The new Tyray was posting selfies and...
So did he get the surgery or... Hold up, bro. I gotta see if he got the surgery. What's this nigga name? I think his last name was Tyray. Did he get the... I'm saying, did he get the surgery? My nigga? Like... Okay, so he didn't get the surgery. And he still hasn't hit the gym. And if he got the surgery, my nigga, go get your money back. Okay. Anyways, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We'll be back with another video tomorrow. Until next time.